Welcome to No Tears for Black Girls, a true crime podcast with a purpose. Today we explore the disturbing cases of life and death in Cleveland, Ohio, and Orlando, Florida. Cleveland is renowned for its Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, its Cavaliers basketball team, not to mention the 96 homicides this year, a reminder that grief runs deep within the city. We start with Hale, a grandmother from Cleveland, whose solemn expression reflects the single toughest decision she ever had to make. Would she save her son or protect an innocent baby? Then we go to the case of how the beloved aspiring celebrity hairstylist and makeup artist Michaela Queen Patterson, also known online as Ruby Kior, lost her life in a fatal altercation. This is No Tears for Black Girls, hosted by Samantha Paul and written and produced by award-winning author John Reedberg.
Cleveland, Ohio, October 3rd, 2023.
If I should grab the shooter, or if I should grab the baby, or if I should grab Tymeir. But I was willing to die.
The tears just won't stop.
I'm never gonna be the same without him.
An Ohio mother's nightmare began on October 3rd, 2023, when her son was gunned down outside her home. Pinkie Hale heard the gunshot and saw Tymeir Dial, her son and best friend, take his last breath. In a split second, she had to choose between saving him or protecting her baby from the shooter. Feeling waves of despair overwhelm her, she declared, "I was willing to die." Now she is remorseful, vowing that nothing will ever feel the same without Tymeir. Hale relocated to her new home. Apart from the voices of her two sons, Tymeir and his other 19-year-old sibling, she could make out their conversation. But suddenly, a disagreement between brothers erupted in an explosive gunshot that resounded through the air. In an instant, Tymeir's life was tragically snuffed out. Hale stood stunned, clutching her granddaughter close as she wondered, would he shoot her? Would he shoot the baby? The somberness of the Cleveland streets weighed on the police. Someone had mercilessly gunned a young man down in cold blood, and yet the authorities were no closer to finding out what happened. As Hale struggles to make sense of the incident, her silent anguish echoes through her heart every single day. He begged him to stop. He begged him repeatedly. Then he stood over him and shot him some more, she recalled. Tymeir Dial's family remembered him as someone who lit up a room with his boisterous laughter and contagious warmth.
Tymeir's family tells me the 23-year-old was a true family man to his parents, siblings, and beautiful 1-year-old daughter.
Man, like, the show Raymond, everybody loved Raymond. That's him. Everybody loved him.
Hale says she hasn't seen or talked to her 19-year-old son since the shooting a week ago. She has only one thing to say to him.
Turn yourself in. Don't hurt anybody else. Don't hurt himself in the process.
As this family searches for justice, they hope the 19-year-old does the right thing. In Cleveland, Noel Williams, 19 News.
The school Tymeir Dial had worked for released a solemn statement, recalling the fond memories of how he touched the lives of those around him. Nonetheless, this was insufficient to ease the anguish and grief inflicted by the atrocious act of brutality that took him from them too soon. His mother's single plea was directed at her son. Surrender yourself. Don't hurt anyone else. Don't hurt yourself.
Orlando, Florida, September 22nd, 2023.
The sound of sirens and screaming filled the air in East Orlando on that fateful day. Jernigan Gardens apartments had become a war zone as rival gangs clashed with bullets. Michaela Queen Patterson, a young black mother of two, sustained mortal injuries during the mayhem caused by rival gangs clashing with bullets on September 22, 2023. Delray Shundale Duncan Jr., her assailant, was quickly apprehended by police and charged with attempted homicide and first-degree felony murder. Michaela's life was taken from her far too soon, leaving only bittersweet memories of her boys Messiah and Zion to be remembered. Michaela Ruby Kior was an aspiring celebrity hairstylist, making waves online with her vibrant presence and talents. With over 11,200 followers on Instagram and a buzzing business at Kiorco.com, it seemed Ruby had the world in the palms of her hands. But just as she opened for October bookings on September 22nd, something sinister occurred. cutting short her dreams of success. The neon sign blazed on the wall, displaying Michaela's nickname, Ruby Kior. Inside Envy Hair Design's salon, everyone could still feel her talent and charisma. Michaela was on a mission to carve out a life for herself. She wanted to build a closer connection with God, but her spiritual journey ended short when someone shot and killed the 22-year-old hairstylist. Her mother maintains that Delray Shundale Duncan Jr., the man who was arrested in connection with her daughter's death, is not guilty. The police continue their investigation, asking anyone who has information to come forward. They can remain anonymous. Justice awaits.
Orlando police later arresting 23-year-old Delray Duncan Jr., charging him with first-degree murder and attempted homicide. I'm asking police more about his connection to the case.
This is an unfortunate incident. It's sad that it couldn't have been de-escalated.
Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hale, who covers this district, said the city has been working to bring about positive change in that area.
More policing, which we're doing, community engagement, and focus on services for those youth and young adults in that community, along with their parents.
Yeah, back here live, so many questions about this case. You know, who was in that fight and what led up to it? We're going to keep asking. Orlando police told me late today that this case is a very active case and they're nowhere near complete with this case. So if you know anything, you're asked to call the crime line, 1-800-423-TIPS. Meantime, the victim's family, as you can imagine, is understandably asking for privacy at this time. We're live at OPD headquarters. I'm Jerry Askin, getting results. News
In
6.
honor of Ruby Kior, here are a few clips. She was an extraordinary soul. May she rest peacefully in heaven.
Hey y'all, it's Ruby and this is my grandma and I'm entering the 50K scholarship grant and I'm just to show y'all that I'm gonna tell y'all she inspired me the most. So introduce yourself.
I'm Grandma and this is my lemon head.
Are you there? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so I just want to tell y'all a little bit about my history with my grandma. She's my favorite person in the world. What inspired me the most is when I was around 7 years old, my grandma used to prostitute.
No, you didn't! Janelle!
Say hey. Say hey. Say hey to the dog. Say hey, dog.
Oh.
Say hey, dog.
This happening as we are finding out more about that woman who was shot. You mentioned she was a young mother of 2, and her co-workers say she had a bright future.
She was making strides to better herself as a whole, better herself personally, better herself as a mother, and better herself as a stylist.
22-year-old Michaela Patterson, who was known to many as Ruby, was a mother of 2 and worked at this Orlando hair salon for the past 8 months.
This is Ruby's suite.
The same suite where people have been dropping off flowers to show their respects. Her co-workers say she wanted to be a celebrity hairstylist and strengthen her faith.
We spoke on her spiritual journey. She said she wanted to have a better relationship with God.
She gonna be missed because she just had that great bubbly personality. You always knew when she was here.
Love us? Leave us a positive review or rating. Follow No Tears for Black Girls on social media and No Tears for BG on Twitter. Be blessed. Be loved. Stay safe.